Hi YouTube, hope you're doing well. This is going to be a little bit different from what I normally do on this channel, because normally I just upload highlights from the stream, whether that be like little clips or like full episodes, like Science and Sorcery or Path of Exile. But the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe just came out like a few days ago, I think. And being that the original Stanley Parable was a game that I grew up on and absolutely loved, I absolutely had to try this. And I already have a huge backlog of games I need to play on stream, so I figured I'd just record this one in my off time. We'll see how it goes. Oh, I have to click confirm. This is already going great. Have you played the Stanley Parable before? I don't know why I did that voice, but I kind of like it. Yes, when I was like 7. Wait, when did it come out? Oh yeah, it was 2013. So I would have been like 10 then. Please adjust the slider until the computer is barely visible. This feels like a horror game setup. I don't feel like I should be lowering the brightness that much. Please enter the current time. It is 1:43. No, not AM. Do I have to do PM? There we go. 1:43. It just went to 1:44 as I did that. This sucks. My immersion is ruined. You are playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. Oh, I missed this intro so much. I don't know how well it's coming through, but like the background sounds on the screen are just take me back so far. It's weird doing this and not having like a chat to interact with.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job.
Is Stanley a Twitch streamer?
Was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow.
We all have those days, Stanley, don't worry about it.
To give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong.
Whoops.
Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Oh, I'm like slidey. Like, I just press I go sliding. Oh, it just makes the mouse sound when I click anyway. Not when there's something to click on. Oh.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go any way except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy.
Let me out.
I will be happy.
I'm not happy.
Stanley waited.
I'm not happy.
Passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell.
I have a timer right there. It's been like 5 minutes.
Beyond any doubt was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come.
Let me out.
Actually, someday they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to.
Wait, could I always crouch? Oh yeah, I always could, I think.
Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
Oh. Well, I guess that's an ending. So yeah, that's basically the gist of Stanley Parable. You have a bunch of different routes you can go down.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Based on whether or not you listen to the narrator
Stanley
here,
decided
you can...
to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a
bunch of different things happen that influence the story.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I've waited so long to hear that line again. Wow. Okay, which door do we go through first? I think it's tradition that you always ignore the narrator first.
This was not the correct way to the
I'm
meeting
keeping
room,
that going.
and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yeah. Gotta take in the scenery.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend
Okay,
a
I
few
didn't
moments
think
here
I'd be
in
able to
this
climb back
immaculate,
up.
beautifully constructed room. Stanley
That did
simply
not look
stood
like something
here,
I could climb.
drinking it all in.
Drinking? I don't have any money. Quick, someone slide me $1.
That even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs.
I hated
and
them
some
all
paintings.
anyway.
Really worth it.
Okay, let's...
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left. Stanley sat around waiting for more dialogue. But when a
just
long
about to
time
leave.
had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message. But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
See... I could do that. But this is so much more tempting.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Do not jump from the cargo lift while it's in motion. Will cause death. Penalty for misuse of the cargo lift. Penalty for jumping off the cargo lift. Not only do you die, you have to pay $5,000. Alright, let's see.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Oh, that is very clearly an open door.
I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
I
There's
can make
someone
that.
you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. What? Really?
Yeah.
I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you?
I don't know, you've been
I
kind of
don't know
mean.
how to convince you of
So-
this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look,
You've
let me
been a
prove it.
really
Let me
horrible
prove
person
that
this
I'm
whole
on
time.
your side.
This sign literally says danger everyone. You expect me to trust you.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Yes. Okay. So you want me to walk through the red door?
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
Oh, you want me to walk through the red door? Okay, I get it.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
The red door. Red door.
All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley.
I'm
you wanna know
doing
so
what you
badly
asked.
What's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because
What's
you were
that
never
down there?
supposed to be here in the first place.
up
Broken
there?
rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it
Yeah,
worth
I'm-
ruining the entire story I had written out?
I'm kind of a game dev in my own time, so
specifically
I'm
for you?
perfectly in my element
I
here.
put a lot of time into that, because I did. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees?
Yeah.
Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far.
I literally just gave you
Tell
two
you what,
things.
Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Wait. Were these not here before? Or is that new? I have no idea. Alright, he wants us to try the orange door. And the orange door is new, and new is always better.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version.
Incredible.
Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
You know what I think this game needs? I think it needs a 4th door. You're definitely heading in the right direction.
Aha! You see, I knew I was onto something.
Maybe even
Where
a
do
5th.
these flashes of
But that might be a bit
inspiration
much.
come from? How did I know the game needed a 3rd door? Well, it's instinct mostly, a calling in your gut. I really couldn't say where the idea came from, except that I felt it in my soul. You can't teach that, Stanley. Don't even try. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough,
I can't
I've
jump down.
compiled a
Okay.
new version. And to be perfectly
More doors?
candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one.
More doors.
Let's take a look.
Give me more doors. That's not a door. Stanley Parable worldwide leaderboard. Good old Neil's off in 2 seconds. Okay. He's hacking. Neil's always hacking. Can't trust him. Okay, not only is Mussolini above me, a dead rat's above me. That it is not taking me 7 hours to get here, okay? Why not ask some friends for help? Friends list. Oh. Okay, I'll go through this door then.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
It wasn't a door, and it kind of hurt my feelings, so...
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up.
Gotta give me a chance to respond, buddy.
In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands.
I'm not monetized anyway, it's fine.
I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours.
I'm not doing that.
Give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective. Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
Go the other way. Oh, you can't go the other way. But you have an entire other direction you can try to go. Like, you could go this way. There are other paths than the fire, child. Can I step in the fire? Okay, that was close. But no, I can't step in the fire. You don't go in the fire to see if I care.
You heartless bastard.
I kinda care.
Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me?
No, I just had to on the button.
If it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game?
He really got mad at me for not beating his game on the first try. Granted, it was a really easy game, but I didn't want to do it for 4 hours. What is this?
Ah, fascinating. What do you think this game is about, Stanley? What's our backstory? What is our motivation?
I believe
But it seems obvious
this game
to me
is
that you are meant to play as
Firewatch?
a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower, perhaps for some sort of twisted erotic purpose. Yes, that must be it.
As someone
What a
that's
fascinating
never
venture
played
into the experience of
Firewatch,
total mental
I'm kind of
depravity.
buying it.
So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley.
Okay,
and it
buddy.
seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
Do Firewatch is the Firewatch? Good question. This is weird. Like, I vaguely remember this ending now that I'm playing it again. If I'm not mistaken, this used to be Minecraft. So it's weird, but also really cool that they changed it to this. To be more relevant or whatever. Can I not click anything? Oh, it's that weird S thing that everyone always drew back in, like, elementary school. Yeah, but I never got this. I don't know what it is or why it is, but it looks cool. It also looks a lot like that horror game, Do You Copy? Because you're in one of these towers the whole time. Space Puffs! I want some Space Puffs. Yeah, I never played Firewatch, but from what I've heard, it's such a good game.
No, it can't be.
What?
It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly block it off.
This seems fairly linear.
Oh, thank goodness.
Never mind.
What a close call. You nearly wandered off into that thing. That
Oh, hello.
big open, just wandering around, no right or wrong directions.
Can I do that again?
No path to follow. You can just go in any...
I was following the path.
Oh, thank heavens we avoided it. We're out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game. Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls.
Let me in or out.
Okay.
I want to play this. I've never played it before.
Just the thing.
I also want to figure out how I went flying on the rocks. Oh, this is Rocket League. Again,
Wonderful.
the game I barely
this
played.
is exactly what I had in mind. Just a nice big box for you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design. Stanley, if
Why
you
am I so
manage to get
small?
lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
I am genuinely tiny.
Okay,
I guess
so
I'll go
what
goalie.
exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun.
I got it, I got
Run the
it.
bases and do a touchdown together? Yes, I think surely
That's about
you
my
must.
knowledge of sports.
Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
I thought it would just crush me. Because knowing this game, it absolutely would. Wait, what happens if I score on
Are you
myself?
doing it?
Hold on.
Are
No,
you winning?
no,
Is
don't go
this
in.
Fun? Is it better than my miserable little story that I worked so hard on?
Yes.
Stanley, I have a thought. And I realize I'm not a sportsologist, but if one ball generates a certain amount of raw adrenal pleasure, then surely multiple balls makes for an even more euphoric sports experience. I'm going to try.
Bring on the...
Here comes another ball.
Never mind. I'm not going to finish that.
Yes. Oh, goodness, that really does feel amazing, doesn't it? Stanley, I'm like a child in a confectionery shop. I simply have to have more. I'm insatiable.
Alright, how many balls is he going to bring in?
More balls!
I want to see how far he takes this.
Are you enjoying this, Stanley? Are you having fun? Is this a real
Wait,
video
where did that
game?
go?
Well, I sure hope you're having a good time, because guess what? It's over. That's right. Your little fun comes to an end. This is my game, and what I say goes. You get to have fun when I let you, Stanley. Besides, you need someone like me to set boundaries for you. Without
No, I want the
rules or
balls
boundaries,
back.
And since you decided you didn't want to play my game, now I don't want to play with you either. So, goodbye, Stanley.
Can you at least leave the balls?
See how you like it when I'm not around to set the rules. Somehow, I don't think you'll enjoy it as much. But who knows? You're an inventive kid. You'll come up with something. After all, you're the one who knows best. Take care, Stanley.
I want my balls. Well, into the deep dark abyss we go.
Hold on. What are you doing?
This is my favorite part of Rocket League. What do you mean, what am I doing? You left.
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you.
Oh, now you want to help me.
Story without me. You can't do it. You know that, Stanley.
Well, you left. This is all on you. Oh, it's layers within layers. Don't like this. This feels very horror. Four, two, three. Where's 427? I don't feel comfortable. Oh, there's 427 right there. I was just following the light. Hi. I can't do anything here. What? Bye.
I wonder what he found.
Found my
If
office.
What he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story. Well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now.
My office.
I wonder if he's happy with his choice. And if
I
he's
would have
learned
preferred
the heavy
Rocket League,
cost
but
that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way.
I'll be back.
Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
Was that clock ticking the whole time? Oh, I want in over there. That looks cool. $4.20. I'm sorry. Waiting input. Click. Input receipt. Oh, okay. I don't remember being able to crouch in the original game.
Stanley took the first open door on his left.
I'm taking no crap from him.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. I realize that investing your trust in someone else...
Okay, I'm not going to jump down this time. I don't want to just go down the same path. I do wonder if that door leads anywhere, though.
Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by
That was
yourself.
20 years ago. We're done now.
I'm asking for her. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
This looks like a dark pit of death, and I don't trust it. I shouldn't have trusted it. Oh.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
Sounds like he's on the verge of crying there, so I feel like I got it. Just to make him happy. Maybe he'll be nicer to me if I make him happy. Oh, this is pretty.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Oh, Nancy! I remember now.
Oh, come on.
Sorry, it's been a while.
You actually think you had a loving wife?
Right there.
They want to commit their life to you.
Right
I'm trying
there.
to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something.
See, that's cool and all, but I want to go this way.
Sorry, but you're in my story now.
Was I not in your story in the first place? Help. Help me. Help me. Okay. Hi, Nancy.
This is a very
How you
sad
been?
story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Is Nancy gonna kill me? Press J on your keyboard. No. E. Okay, I pressed every other button but J. So that sucks. Hi. Nancy, help me. Get me out of here.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
Yes, he's a streamer. We have established this.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch.
No, I'm not.
Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work.
Oh, that looks
One
cozy.
might even
Let me
feel
in
sorry
there.
for him, except that he's chosen this life.
Please press T. Well, since you said please, I
But
got
in
it.
his mind, in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild
me out.
expeditions into the
Let me out.
unknown. Fantastic discoveries
I
of
want
new
out.
lands. It was wonderful.
I want
and
out.
each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
It's happening right now. Watch TV? Okay.
And so he began to
You lied to
fantasize
me.
about his own job.
You lied.
First, he imagined that one day while at work, he
Why?
stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
Can I at least, like, put something in the microwave? Nancy, you're kind of in the way a little bit. Could you mind moving over a couple inches? Like, stand right here. That would be really helpful. No? Alright. Spend time with the boys.
So he went further.
Which
He
boys?
imagined that
Press Z to prepare dinner. I was trying to prepare dinner, but someone decided she wanted to stand in the way.
as he wandered through this fantasy world,
See, we had our chance to eat. Now it's gone. I'm gonna starve in here, Nancy.
Destinations. Down
And it's all
one
your
path
fault.
lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And
Oh,
he
I played
called
that
it
one.
The Stanley Parable.
You just press on to tell your kid to start. My kids? Where?
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his
There
head,
once was
he
a man from
relived it
Peru
again,
who dreamed
and
he was eating
again,
his shoe.
and again.
He woke with a
over
fright
and
in the
over,
middle of the
wishing
night
beyond hope
to find
that, it
that
would
his dream
never
had come
end,
true.
that he might
How's that
always
for a
feel
story? Press Y to tell your wife you love her. But I don't need a button to do that. Come on. Love you.
But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets. The
You
more
just crossed
he
the line,
forgets
buddy.
which life is the real one.
I'm not playing your game anymore. I'm not playing this game. Just gonna keep staring. Dang it!
I'm trying to tell him this. That in this world he can never be anything but an observer. That as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Hands are off the keyboard. I am doing as you asked. Nothing worked. Alt. No. So, I think I kinda have to. I'm sorry, buddy.
You see? Can he just not hear me?
I did hear you.
How
Nothing
can I tell him in
happened. Press G to question nothing. Okay.
I suppose I can't.
But
Not in the
why?
way I want him to. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried
Please
again.
die.
And
Nope,
Stanley
I'm
pushed
good.
a button. And I tried again.
I'm good.
And
I'm not.
Stanley pushed
I
a button.
refuse.
And I tried.
And I died anyway. I clearly said no. I think I'm gonna try
Stanley
listening
decided
to
to
him
go
at
to the
this
meeting room.
point. The input's back. New content. Well, I was kind of just going through the old stuff, kind of going down memory lane, but if you want to shove a big door in my face, I can't say no.
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
I don't trust this, now that I think about it.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Hello,
As
and
you
thank
may
you
know,
for making the Stanley Parable
was a
Ultra
video game
Deluxe.
released in 2013 on home computers.
Yes.
After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers.
Yeah.
The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
This looks like a creepy elevator. This
Okay,
is
so
straight
far
out of a
it's an
horror game.
elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
So much of this game is beyond creepy.
Is it broken?
Even though I
going
know
on
it's
here?
not horror, it's
Should
still like
we-
freaking me out a little
Should
bit.
we be moving somewhere or... oh, there we go. Alright, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
Hello?
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if, oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give
I'm
me
having
the
a blast
content,
so far.
Stanley.
You content the
Alright.
jump circle, but I can't
Alright,
jump.
Let's see, it's the jump circle?
Press space to jump, but I can't. This is revolutionary. Boing, boing, boing. Getting a little fancy with it. Oh. Achievement unlocked. You can't jump. Achievement unlocked. Get your first achievement. But I want to jump.
Is that it?
Apparently.
Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right? Goodness. Another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive.
I disagree.
It's
That
just
jump circle is
elevators and
revolutionary.
jump-
I'm happy.
Is this what passes for exciting new content?
Absolutely.
If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary.
Please
That's 20
do.
hours of new content right
Please
there.
do. I would pay for
could count
that.
to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh wait, there's more.
Oh, it's
Very
this way.
good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
It's a plant.
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact,
Hey,
I'm
you
looking
apologize
right
to
now at
EA
the game's
right now.
achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? Too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It
Oh, I
could
got
never
stuck.
have lived up to such
Well,
expectations.
not stuck. I can crawl up.
If
But
you're still with
I
me,
did think I could
why
crawl
don't
back
we just
here.
reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always.
I'm having a great time.
What do you say, friend?
I was enjoying that sign.
Psst. Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
I'm venting, guys. I'm imposter among us. Who's leaving coffee in the vents? Genuine question. A screwdriver I can kind of see, but coffee. Ow, my legs. You should always look before you leave.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past, and how much better the Stanley Parable used
I don't
to
like
be.
this.
So
Vents
I
in
made
games always
something
freak me
special
out.
and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look.
It doesn't even have to be a horror game. It's just the fact that, I don't know why. It's not as close. It's just something about vents freak me out. Hello. Hello, fancy architecture. I can respect this. What is...
I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want.
That's nice.
Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC. You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013 when the game originally launched?
Audience
Back
award.
then, video
Front of
games
Games
had
Festival. Oh, I didn't actually know it won
Back then,
awards.
It all meant something. Oh, the waste.
What's this? Oh, it's just like screenshots from the game. Oh, the mind control facility. I completely forgot about that. Oh, that's gonna be fun to go back down. Wait, is that the narrator? Is that like an actual picture of the guy narrating this? But this is so cool. Good times. Oh, these are like a bunch of different endings. I can't wait to go down all of these. Because I remember going through them when I was like 9 or 10, but since then I really haven't. A trip down memory lane. Smile because it happened. Oh, this is lovely. Stanley Parable demonstration. Oh yeah, they had like a little demonstration. Don't play for 5 years. Oh yeah, that was an achievement. I forgot. God, that takes me so far back. I remember really wanting that achievement, but I had to wait 5 years. They were nominated for an Academy Award for Game Innovation. Oh, that's awesome. 50% off designer hat, but a small creature owns the other half. What kind of small creature? Like, I could probably live with like a chipmunk or a chinchilla having it, but like a rat? No. What's this? Little Stanley. Oh, is this real? Rest in peace, little buddy. I didn't know there was like an actual Stanley. Oh, there's like a bench staring out over. Oh, I guess I have to go in here first, maybe?
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism. 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created."
Yeah, like
Did you
Rocket
hear
League.
that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore.
But what am I playing?
It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
Hey, I kind of like the elevator. My DB 2012 Interaction Award. I don't know what any of these are, but that's awesome that I got so many like awards. Because it was such a good game, especially for the time. There it is, the 2 doors. Person of the Year. I have no idea who that is. Oh, and it's probably just like Stanley playing Stanley on the Mac. Stanley Parable, I mean. Your number is 29. My number is 1. I am number 1.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games, and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
Well, that's sort of true. I kind of like that they're joking about it, but they didn't really go the whole lifeless expansion just for the sake of expansion. In fact, that's kind of what they're making fun of, and I love it.
Stanley, but I wouldn't give to go back to have it all over again.
Because a lot of games these days do have that, where they're just making a remake for the sake of a remake. Because a lot of remakes are of games that people used to love a ton, and they don't come out nearly as good as the original. Because they're just trying to capitalize on the name.
Wait, hang on. I don't recall.
So I kind of like that this is making fun of it with its own expansion.
What's this? What's down here? Oh no. Oh God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor.
No, not the Steam reviews.
I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here.
Not the Steam
Surely
reviews.
These reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
Actually, I believe they were. When I saw at least the ones for the Ultra Deluxe, they were actually very positive and loving this.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be
Oh, don't hurt me!
I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights
True.
that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them. Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I?
No, you're the
You
narrator.
can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. But maybe it wasn't.
Oh,
Dear.
narrator, I love your
Awful
game.
memory to have to hold on to. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
I loved your game. As horror gamey as it is, I love your game. Oh no, what does this one say?
What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only
What is that?
reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my
Okay,
motto, and it's
what?
always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
I'm not gonna use it. Hope you know that. Oh, I don't get to fall off. I really
And
wanted it.
here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot.
Nope.
I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push
Sorry,
of
I'm
a
messing
button,
with that a
you'll
lot.
have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have delivered. No
Not
more
happening.
listening to me rambling on and on and on. No. The Stanley Parable is a game for the people. And if the people want silence, then by goodness, that's what they're going to get. Well, don't sit around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make me shut up. Here, we'll pretend that I've just begun an interminable monologue, and it goes something like this. The story, and the choices, or what have you, and therefore, by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably, we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once, so, now you see, blah 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 blah. The deduction therefore becomes impossible to manufacture. It went on for nearly 10,000 years, until just yesterday, here and
Is he
there,
having a
forward and
stroke?
back, and never a moment before lunchtime. It can't be.
Lunchtime?
It's the only thing there is. How many billions left until so much more than forever ago? And therefore, by becoming it is. So
Oh, he's
on and
just
so
repeating
forth,
himself.
Until inevitably, we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once. So,
Fine,
now you see,
I don't wanna
blah,
do
blah,
this.
Blah, 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 blah. Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games.
No, I didn't mean to skip again. I'm sorry.
Oh, well, there, sport. You really did catch me rambling
I'm
on.
sorry.
Didn't you? But that's the power of the button. Merely because of this very situation. Yes, I think that's quite likely. Or perhaps they'll simply grant this particular user the ability to change their review. So, okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? It's not unendurable by any means, but it's, well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I know, it's shocking, isn't it? But at any rate, I do suggest that we not press the button again.
I agree.
I think the skip button has been aptly demonstrated, and we can say goodbye to it and just... Wait, how do we get out of here?
Yeah, that's
Where
what
did
I'm
the door
asking.
go? Wasn't there a door that led into this room? I do feel quite certain that there was one here before. Wasn't there?
Did the door move
I
over
swear
here? That would be a
there
very
was.
Stanley
Where did
Parable
it
thing.
go?
Nope.
Can you maybe just ram your way through a wall?
Buddy, I tried.
Is there any... I'm asking you to work with me here.
I am trying.
We need a door. We need a door of some kind.
You're the
I can work
narrator.
with
You can
any
just
kind
spawn
of
doors
door,
wherever you
as
want.
long as it can open and lead from one room to another. I'm going to step away for just a moment, and I'm going to try to find us a door. I don't know how exactly to remove a door and place it in a different
Yes, you
wall,
do!
but I will find a way.
You do know.
You just need to not do anything. Don't press the skip button. Please, please, please do not press the skip button. Just wait here for me, and don't press the skip button. Got it? Yes, good. I'll be right back.
I will wait. So, wonderful weather we're having, right? Actually, no, it's kind of... No, it's getting better. Never mind. So, how about that local sports ball sports team? I've been hearing they've been doing well recently. I hear they just won sports championship a couple weeks back. I don't know where to go with this. Thought I could make more stuff up, but no, I can't. I know he said not to, but I got to.
Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer, and my God, there's no way out of the room. Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely gone. I've looked at it from every angle. I've checked every one of those walls 1,000 times, and there's no door, Stanley.
Oh, really?
There's no door. I have no idea what will happen.
Only one way to find out.
I have no idea how long. Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again.
Does he sound
Stanley,
older?
I think it's been a week.
Oh.
Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time. Just sitting here. Not a single person to
Oh, the
speak
plant's
to.
dead.
And you'd think that that's just how it's always been, right? Me talking and you saying nothing.
Please tell me there's a door this time.
It's exactly the same as always. I'm realizing that I needed to know that someone was listening.
Then I'm gonna
I
listen.
needed there to be a vessel through which my words were moving. It was the vessel
know I
I
did
needed,
this,
Stanley.
but-
Not the outcomes, not the story. None of that matters anymore. I'll give it all up. I'll give up every branching path. I'll burn my story to the ground.
No, wait, don't
One
do that.
single thing I need, and God, I can see now that I need it more than anything, is to know that someone else is taking it in. These words that I'm saying, I need to know you can hear me. Because maybe, Stanley, maybe
I can hear you.
if you can hear me, then maybe it means I'm real.
I wouldn't go that far.
Maybe I'm not just a fiction. I am truly and completely here. I am a being. I am someone. I am something. I am being listened to. I am being recognized.
No, you're not. I'm sorry, that was too perfect.
Hello, it's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and
How long has
about
it
us
been?
and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time. I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you. To begin with, there is only regret. There is only the turning wheel of missed opportunities. I felt
still nothing
at
here.
all but
I don't know what to
regret
do.
For the longest time, Stanley. Days, months. I lost it all in a blur of the deepest longing to undo the past. And when that feeling had begun to subside,
So we've been here for a
what
year
took
now.
its place is what I can only describe as the collapse of every moment I have ever experienced my entire life. All of them collapsed down into a single instant. In that instant, I could see myself clearly, calmly, with a collected heart. It was an impossibly rich wellspring of both delight and disgust simultaneously. I was consumed by it. I could do nothing but wallow in it for what felt like an eternity, for what I now know was far less. You see, it was a revelation for me. It was unlike anything I had ever known. It was a space without consequence, without action or outcome. It was divorced entirely from the question of free will that you and I have squabbled over for so long. There could be no one ending, no singular outcome of events, not if all events existed in the same moment. And I felt freed. I felt unburdened by the need
Be
to
free! He's not talking anymore. Narrator? 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 I can't stand this. I need my narrator. What's that? I don't like it. Yeah, I don't like that. Get me out of here.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs-down
He's
review
back.
and make all of
I
their
missed
pitiful
this.
demands. But then, he's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't entertain us, now he won't shut up. But of course, absolutely anyone can leave a review. So here's what we get. We get these demands that seek everything and are
This is
accountable
true.
to nothing. We get a world
got
where
a point
someone will
there.
say, oh, every single thing demanded by every person.
What happens? He's gone again. Yep, get me out of here. I want to listen to him.
The end is never the end, 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 is never the end,
Oh.
is never the end, is never the end, is.
Is this going to be doing it louder? No, he's gone. Is there a door? Like, did he ever install a door? I need to check. Okay, no, he didn't. Oh! That, yeah, that is a problem. Get me out of here, please. Okay, let me skip. And nature has reclaimed this place. Excellent. Can I get out yet? Nope. Yep, let me out, let me out, let me out. Let me out. Wait, will the button come out? No, the button might be broken. But no, there's a way out. Oh, no. It looks like something off in the distance this way, but that might just be more clouds. What happened? Did the narrator die? Am I getting no further from there? Okay, now I am. Now I can actually tell I am. What? No, I want to see what was over there. Narrator, are you okay?
Someone was following Stanley. He was sure of it. If
He's
he looked
back!
over his shoulder now,
I missed
he
you,
would
buddy.
surely-
Is there new content?
Oh, good. You noticed my sign.
Yes.
Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
If this just goes down the same path, I'm going to restart. But if it's new content, then you know it's good. Okay, I'm trusting you, narrator.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be.
I've been
The
having a good
original
time.
Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further.
What's further than
Which
Deluxe?
is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever the Stanley Parable 2. Yes,
The end is
you
never the
see,
end
isn't this
again.
far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
This
Calling it the
is
Stanley
everything I've ever
Parable 2
wanted.
is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra
Yeah.
Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there.
That's a kind of
It's
ring to it, I'm not gonna lie.
future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
Okay. Brain. E. Is it too... Yeah, it's way too late to make reference to the E meme. Stanley 2 multiplayer confirmed?
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
Who took the red marker? Me. 9 o'clock scrum, 10 design pitch, 11:30 break, 11:35 pitch design, number 2 chat. This way to the show floor. New features. Guys, I'm finally walking the red carpet. Hi, Mom. Let's see. Why is there just a stool here? I can't even sit on it. That sucks.
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
The button that says the name of the player that is playing the game?
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't
like
that
my name or
wonderful?
like my username?
Jim.
Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the
I don't know
full
what
game,
I
this button will
expected.
say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role play as Jim.
So I crashed, and when I opened up the game again, it said hang on. Now it's saying, before we get started, can I just say something? Thank you for actually setting the clock both times you booted up the game. Oh, well, you can't see it, but it does say thank you. Didn't really think about that showing up. A lot of people don't take that step seriously. The sleep clock set at 12 and call it a day. No, I would never do that. You're actually taking time to set a clock, and I appreciate that. I know you care about this experience, you're paying attention. Do I have any know if the times you're setting are correct? Oh, I thought it would do something if I didn't. Because you'll listen to... Next time you boot up the game and see the screen, set the clock to your favorite time. Go ahead, pick whichever time you want, even if it's not the correct time, you've earned it. Okay. Okay, that was something.
Let's have you role play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it.
Alright,
Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath.
I'm
clear
trying to
your
get in the
mind,
zone.
Forget whoever you are and simply become a person named Jim. I want you to imagine yourself living as Jim. Sleeping and waking as Jim.
I had the whole bit
falling
planned,
in
and you're
love
kind of
and
ruining
being
it.
heartbroken as Jim. Seizing all of the world's possibilities as Jim. And
Jim.
as Jim, watching your dreams crumble into dust.
Oh.
Do you feel it deeply? Are you really, truly Jim right now? If so, then please step forward and press the button.
Jim.
Jim.
Yes,
I
you
need a button
see?
that just
What a
says
thrill,
Jim
what a
over and
rush.
over.
That was you. The button described you. Do it again. Do it again.
Jim.
It hits even harder the second time.
Kinda does.
If this were the only new feature in the Stanley Parable 2, it would still be worth the money. Let's take a break from the Jim button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal validation. Whoa there!
No, I
Carl.
want to be
Sometimes
Jim.
a person can be too much Jim.
No.
I'm putting the Jim button away.
Jim.
Otherwise,
No.
soon you'll start to lose all sense
Bring it
of
back.
who you
Jim.
actually
Jim.
are.
Jim.
Jim. Jim. Jim. Are one of these the button? I'll play by your rules. I'm not Jim.
I suppose I could allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable 2. That
Jim.
would actually saved me the work of finishing this feature.
You heard Jim in the game. Yes, I did. Oh, it changed. I didn't realize it changed it to the button that says Jim. That's amazing. I'll take free achievement. I don't want to quite go in the infinite hole yet.
You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes, you see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. It's as simple as that.
Alright, let's do it.
Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world.
You will not stop me. I will get this
uproariously
achievement.
demanding this feature.
That was rather disappointing. First I don't get to be named Jim. Now that happens. Everything's falling apart in the sequel, honestly.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
New content jump circle.
You know what? Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well. It's a... Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle?
Yeah.
Oh, well. I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece, then.
You're not going to give me some jumps back?
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean?
Can I
Stanley
find them?
Parable
Can I find
2.
them?
Now that's
The infinite hole, I think. Oh wait, collectibles. So this isn't the infinite hole.
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
Okay, what else do I want to see? Merch? The reassurance bucket? Yes, please.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket.
Where?
You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, come on, give it a try.
Give me the bucket.
Can you feel it?
Oh, that was him.
A glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair.
That was terrifying.
Will already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well?
Thank you.
I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person.
Didn't think that was
the
possible.
Benefits of the bucket. Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game?
They should.
That really should be an award if it isn't already.
That's what I'm saying. No screenshots. Oh yeah, about that. About that. Alright, I think I've seen everything. Wait, does that QR code actually do something? Hold on. Oh, there's actually a link that it takes to. That is awesome. There's a video, but I'll check that out later because I can't really show that very well on camera. Alright, let's see this infinite hole. That's not something that needs to be said.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is in fact a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time if you like.
Alright, the bucket will protect me.
You see?
Let's see what mysteries this hole has.
One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward.
There's gotta be a bottom.
Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things.
There's something.
Okay, Stanley, I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole. Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole.
Well,
I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity.
Well, bye.
From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a...
Ow.
Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole.
And it's all because of the bucket.
I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever.
I thought that was just the way forward. I didn't mean to
just that you're unusually
catch you in a lie.
fascinated by falling. What normal person actually wants to fall infinitely? I figured the hole was as deep as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem. Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean.
I didn't say anything.
Just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite.
Just the two of us.
Here when you're ready.
We could make it if we tried. Just the two of us. Sorry, every pause button is Roman numeral 2. I'm not gonna unsee that. Thank you. From management to everyone. Meeting at 2 p.m.
Great. Now, I'm very excited to...
Back down we go!
You see? I was right. The problem is you. The problem is that you like holes too much. Not normal. A normal person would have said, yep, that's an infinite hole right there. Goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no, 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 no. You have a weird sort of... Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time?
Yeah, kinda.
I couldn't help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before. I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above. Had enough? I'm positively thrilled. Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing where... Wow.
It's getting smaller and smaller.
Yes. I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability and marketing. What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter.
Yeah, let's see how deep this rabbit hole goes.
Well, there
Pun
it
intent.
is. The shame of my lie has come to haunt me. How is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to judge? You just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on.
It's,
Is the, teleport button not working? You sure?
Yep.
Well, I mean, I really don't have an explanation. Still nothing? Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this.
Don't you dare
I'm
restart.
out. Goodbye, Stanley. You couldn't
Don't you
bear
dare.
to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for.
I want
it's
out.
A win for everyone.
I want out of the hole.
You get to be with the hole. I get to do literally anything else.
Well, I still have my bucket at
Take
least.
care, Stanley. I hope you and the hole have a wonderful rest of eternity together.
Help me. Get me out of here. So he'll come back for me, right? I hear footsteps. Oh, it's going back down. Just me and my bucket. We didn't need that narrator anyway. He was just dragging us down. We can drag ourselves down just fine, see? Change your perspective. Revolutionary. Hi there! Don't like that. Beautiful. Beautiful. Ugh. Beautiful. Love it. Incredible. Change your perception. I can only hope this is not copyrighted. Otherwise, that would be awkward. Change your reality. Oh, nope, don't. Puppies! Hold on. Perception is what I want. This is perfect. Change yourself. This is a powerful image. Oh, I was wrong. That's worse. It keeps getting worse. That one's okay.
Stanley? Stanley? Stanley! Oh good, you're awake. It seems you had sort of dozed off there, drifting away into dreamland. But we can't have that, Stanley, because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to
want to go back
for every second of it. You don't want to miss a single moment. So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really truly focused on the hole? From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole, and I'm looking forward to all of them.
Can you just like drag me out?
Stanley, I'll be back. Toodlepip.
You are so British. Oh, I thought I was gonna go again.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
I just think this one's funnier to have in an office.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Get Well Someday it is.
Oh, exit right there. I don't know what I was looking for. Yeah, I'm kind of running out of stuff to say right now. I think I just need to get to the exit. I did want to go back to the Infinite Hole to see what's up, but I think that's probably it.
Ready to move on now?
Yeah, a little bit. If there's more at the Infinite Hole, let me know. I'm more than happy to come back to it. What is this?
So, Stanley, what do you think?
I'll take a
Do you
seat.
like all of the new features?
Need a
Yes, I
front
know
row.
it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but
I'm all here for
I
it.
can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay. Are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
Incredible. Revolutionary. Game of the year.
Well, I mean, there's potential here, right? It's
I can jump
sort
into
of-
the hole.
Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement.
And I can be called Jin.
Yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2.
Even better.
Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a
You literally just made it
video
better.
game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything
Let me
a
in.
sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully,
Yes.
of course.
Yes.
With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says
Sorry.
with bold and uncompromising
Yes.
conviction, this is the
Yes.
Stanley Parable 2.
I need water.
Let me
That's
see if I
going
can- Go ahead. Take a look.
Yes. Stanley Parable 2. Oh, you can't see it. It's just normal credit screen, but it says the Stanley Parable 2. I really need a good place for that, but I don't know where.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a
Nice.
company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat
I'm
at
not
his
seeing the
desk
hole
in
anywhere.
room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
I'm happy for Stanley. I'm happy with this.
One day, something very peculiar
Oh, that's part
happened.
of
Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi.
Hi, Stanley.
Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This
I love the blue.
isolation.
Think I'm gonna do
Could it
one more
be?
like this and then call it an
Stanley
episode.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Is there... Nope, no input there. Where's the hole? I do have to wonder.
Stanley felt the bucket calling to him, begging
Wait,
him
bucket?
to pick
Where?
it up. Why was he not doing it?
Bucket!
Stanley picked up the bucket.
Yes!
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him.
I had to see what
telling
happened.
him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was
Absolutely.
this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was. How insightful the bucket turned out to be.
True.
No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley
Bucket was
took the
never
door
wrong.
on his left to go, and so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
Nope, going this way. Oh, it just goes back there. Okay. Gotta click on everything. You never know what secrets are in this game.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers.
Room closet.
Oh, Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket. You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy? It's as clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves the bucket. I can really feel it now. It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom closet. That's what the broom closet is trying to say.
It has a
here.
point.
It's supposed to go with the other cleaning supplies. Good for you, Stanley. Don't give in. Don't hand over the bucket. I know how hard it must be, given the pressure that the broom closet is putting on your shoulders right now, but you have to be strong. This is your bucket. This is your companion and lifelong friend. You can't hand it over. Oh, no. We're getting into name-calling now, it seems. Is this how low the broom closet has sunk, that it has to resort to this stream of petty insults simply in order to get you to hand over the bucket? Stanley, I never liked this broom closet for a variety of reasons, but even this is worse than I had imagined.
I thought it was pretty cool at first.
Now the broom closet has the gall to imply that you and the bucket are not truly deep and lasting friends, that your relationship is purely superficial and convenient, that your life is so banal and meaningless that you'd feel the
Unforgivable.
same sort of kinship towards any inanimate object which happened to lay in your path in an even partially enticing manner. Well, I never. Go on, Stanley. Lay into it.
Okay.
Really tell the broom closet off for its demeaning comments.
Expand on the wide variety of experiences you and the bucket have shared together. Go through each of them point by point.
2 words.
Share your journal entries detailing the rich emotional landscape of your feelings for the bucket as they have changed and evolved over the years. Let him have it.
Right, 2 words. Your mother. Got him. Oh, I didn't know I could open this.
You found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines.
I wonder if anything happens if we actually
reward
collect them.
for collecting all of these.
Oh, yeah.
Only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You
Oh,
can't
yeah.
buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines. Did he have any notion that the pin number for the keypad was 2845?
Come on, that's just metagaming. I can't accept that.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the
I remember
combination
8888
was
used to do
2845.
something, but couldn't recall what.
Two, 8, 4, 5.
I'm just going through seeing if any of these work.
But it turns out that the panel's
No.
emergency override kicked in, and the door just opened all by itself. And Stanley got the hell along with the story. Well, whoop-de-doo.
Aha! Maybe this is a little too dark.
Another miniature Stanley figurine. This, there really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini-stands? Stanley figs? Or what about Stanlerines?
Stanlerines, that's
I think
perfect.
I like that. Another Stanlerine under your belt.
Perfect. Amazing. Incredible. Need more.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing
It's a
him,
good bucket.
comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
I love that he keeps bringing up the bucket.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead to the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
Okay.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
Remember there was some Easter egg here, like vaguely, but I can't quite remember what it
Monitors
was.
jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock.
Never.
Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs.
Yeah, I can't press these more than
Bucket
once, so
had
I don't know
never
what
seen
the Easter egg could
anything
be.
like this, and it very
I
nearly
can't go
burst
back.
into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything
Wait, the bucket did
would
what
be
now?
fine.
I don't know if that's how that works. I'm not an expert on bucket biology, but
Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well?
Absolutely
Had the
not.
bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What
Absolutely
kinds
not.
of
Never.
things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind. No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control. Never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world.
I'm
At
actually
this
going to attach to
He
this
could
bucket.
trust no one except for the bucket.
I am more than attached.
But here was the proof. the heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life.
I disagree.
For he and the bucket would dismantle the controls for good. Two best friends, Stanley and the bucket, up against the world. They high-fived in a really cool way, and the bucket made a sassy comment about taking down the system.
I tried. Stanley Bucket taking over the world.
But at the last second, the bucket jumped in and pressed the button to turn on the controls. Stanley gasped in horror. Had this been the bucket's plan all along? To take over the machine
I
and
hope
claim
so.
the power for itself? How could the bucket have betrayed him like this? Stanley was prepared to throw the bucket away in disgust when suddenly an image appeared upon the enormous screen. Birds. Silly birds. The control buttons became active again.
What is this?
Stanley flipped through one video of silly birds after another, and then it dawned on him. This wasn't a mind control facility.
They are very
at
silly
all.
birds.
It was a facility for monitoring and surveilling silly birds all
I
over
love
the
this
world.
so much.
The mind controls were only a facade to disguise its true intentions.
Oh, hello.
Had the bucket known this all along? Stanley marveled at the metal genius in his hands, the one who
Is
had
that a
pointed him
goose?
towards this incredible discovery. Stanley and the bucket never found freedom because they spent the rest of their lives here in this place, flipping through live streams of the silliest birds imaginable. Of all the possible paths his life could have taken, this one was surely the best.
This was the best.
Stanley was happy.
Oh, those are silly birds. No! Give it back! I need the birds. Well, the birds are gone. That was quite possibly the happiest couple minutes of my life, but now it's all gone. That's gonna be all for me. I think I want to do this at some point again. Well, I do want to do the whole game as like a series, but I do want to do more games where I just record it in my off time. But we'll see when I get time to do it and what games come up. But yeah, it's been good. Y'all have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Peace.